fuel dock's full right now, but as soon as the boat leaves, we can go in. So we've been in Nassau for about 2 weeks now, most of which was spent with our friends in Atlanta, and it's time to get out of here. Now, we've never been in a situation where we could truly go wherever we wanted to, whenever we wanted to, and I guess we're not really in that situation still because we still live on a sailboat, and a sailboat cannot sail very easily directly into the wind. Now, the wind today is coming from the southeast, and everywhere we want to go is either southeast or east from here. So we're going to try and sail as close to the wind or as upwind as we possibly can, but this boat does not like sailing upwind, so it could get interesting.
He just accidentally dropped the gas cap lid into the ocean, so he has to go find it. Because all the gas will evaporate if we don't have a lid on there, and we don't have a spare. Nice work.
Harbor control, Leviosa.
We have to get permission from harbor control before we can leave the dock and move around the harbor. That's because this is a really commercial harbor and there's tons of traffic going on at all points in time, and they control all of it. They want to make sure that you're not in the way if a large cruise ship or a cargo ship is coming in. So before you enter or exit, you have to call and make sure that the path is clear.
This is Harbor Control 09.
09. I'm leaving Harbor Central Marina and would like to exit the Western Channel and proceed to Spanish Wells.
Mission ground, proceed with caution, please.
Thanks so much.
Here's hoping that I don't have to get those lines back out for at least 2 months.
While we're getting out of the harbor, I'm gonna get the line set up to get the main up as soon as we're out of the harbor. Now, we've got about 15 knots of wind today and we're going upwind, so that'll put us right at about that 20 knot reefing point. So we're just gonna go ahead and start with the reef. The other reason is because this boat has a lot of weather helm, or at least I think it has a lot of weather helm. So a little bit of less sail area will have less weather helm.
We don't normally have a whole lot of slamming when we're sailing, but we don't normally go upwind. So the extra noise, That window just blew open, courtesy of a big wave. I think all the extra noise and the thudding from below is totally creeping out the dogs. They're not seasick, thank goodness, but they're wanting to snuggle very close. So I've been hanging out with them down here in the cockpit, but we're getting fairly hungry, so I think it's time for lunch. And yes, I am very glad that I made it beforehand. I always get a little queasy when I try and cook when we're underway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make up some sandwiches now so that we have them ready to go. Woo! Never feels safer than when you're cooking in a galley, chopping something and you get waked. I don't always prepare food ahead of time, but when I do, it's because we're going to be upwind sailing. If you know anything about catamarans and upwind sailing, it's going to be a bumpy ride, so I am really anxious right now. I don't want to be sick all day. It's a gorgeous day and I just want to have a nice sail, but anxiety is not going to help. Like, it's only going to make the seasickness worse. So I need to calm down. So preparing this food is one way that I know I can lighten the stress while we're underway. So take a deep breath and get this done, and then we can get going. And I'm ready for it. Here you go.
Thanks.
It's been a real uphill slog, like a real slog. We had the biggest wave come over the bow I've ever seen on our boat anyway. And I've got it to about 50 degrees apparent. That's about as close as I'm gonna get. The problem is the wind is a little bit more east than southeast than predicted. And I'm worried about daylight now. So I'm gonna start motor sailing, see if we can't pinch it in closer to like 40. No matter what, we're gonna have to tack though. We've been upwind, up current all day. Luckily the wind died down, so I'm gonna take the reef out and see if we can't get just even an extra half a knot will do us a lot of good right now.
Feels magical. So excited to go somewhere new.
All right, it is 6 o'clock and we're 9 miles from our anchorage. And it is dead to wind. So as much as I would love to tack the rest of the way there, need to get there before it gets dark because sunset's at 7:30 and we're not gonna get to the anchorage before sunset. So just gonna head straight there, bring the sails down, drop the anchor, be there. been a long day on the water today. It's not exactly the sail I was hoping for, but any day on the water is a good day. And we're gonna get to the anchorage about 15 minutes after sunset. So we're gonna hustle up, get to the anchorage, get the anchor down, and we'll see you guys in the morning. We're anchored right off a current cut because the plan was to go through the cut at slack tide and head over to Hatchet Bay. But the challenge is, when we went to turn the anchor light on last night, it wasn't working again. And since we're only a few miles away from Spanish Wells, we figured we'd take the small detour because Spanish Wells has the best boat supplies available outside of Nassau. So we see if we can't get this anchor light fixed for real before heading on further down island.
You can already see Spanish Wells from where we are. It's only about a 5-mile trip, so we should be there in about an hour. The dryer is working just fine, but I figure there's no point in running it when the sunshine will do the same thing for free.
So the wind's up to like 16 knots. I've never been up when it's going that high right now, so I'm pretty nervous right now.
All right, let's just get it done then.
Yeah. Ooh, starting to blow. What's the wind speed? Still just 15 to 16, but it feels like a lot up here. Getting pretty windy and I'm having to hold on pretty tight to not go flying around everywhere. But light bulb is reseated, anchor light is on, cover's back on, time to go back down.
How do you feel?
A little tired. Feel good though. It was windy up there.
What happened?
What happened was the light bulb came loose from the housing again. And if you see, this is my spare bulb. You can see it like that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not like a normal bulb where it's threaded and you just screw it all the way in and then it's fine. It has these two little pins on it that you push down and twist. And I don't actually know if it came loose from the housing or the housing itself is coming loose from the electrical connections. Either way, run up the mast, re-secure the light, and everything works just fine. So we're gonna go into Spanish Wells tomorrow and figure out if they have anything that could help us. Otherwise, I have a feeling every time we go into rough weather, I'm gonna have to run up the mast and re-secure the anchor light, which I don't really want to do, but c'est la vie.